Let's talk about fears in evangelism. When I'm doing this live training, I like to get the audience to participate with me, and I ask them, what are some of people's greatest fears when it comes to personal evangelism? When they think about personal evangelism, what are their fears? So it takes a little while to maybe get the people engaged in this, but I hear things like this. Well, I don't know how to start. And so I'm afraid of, I'll look like a fool. I'll sound like a fool. They'll think I'm some religious nut. I'm afraid I'll get started and I won't know what to say. Or they'll ask me a question. I don't know the answer to the question. I'll get halfway through my presentation. I'll forget what's next. I'll just go blank. I'm afraid I'll lose or ruin friendships. The guy who's sitting next to me at work, or the gal at work all the time, they won't want to be around me anymore after I try sharing the gospel with them, because they'll think, oh man, I want to move my office someplace else. So there's all kinds of fears we can have as we go along, but I want to let you know, as you learn relational evangelism, most of your fears are going to be eliminated. For example, in learning relational evangelism, you aren't going to be asked to lecture others or get into doctrinal debates with them or judge them for their morals or their lack of morals. You're going to find out that there's no need to wait until you learn a whole lot of information about the Bible before you can do this. With what we're going to show you and provide with you, you're going to be able to share the gospel with people now after some preparation. But it doesn't take years of preparation and learning a lot more about the Bible to be able to do this. You aren't going to be asked to invite people to church or to hear sermons or to attend a class. That's not where we're going to start with people. You don't have to memorize these lessons. You're going to see that they're all printed. You'll be able to take a copy along with you. So you need to learn the transitions and how to get from one page to the next page, but you don't have to memorize a whole bunch of stuff and then get in a situation with people and try to recall it on the spot. Another thing that takes away a lot of fear, you don't have to share the relational evangelism IAAR, well, I call them IAAR, it's short for It's All About Relationship. You don't have to share the It's All About Relationship with lessons with anybody that's not interested. If they're not interested, you don't do it. Now that gets a whole lot of fear and pressure removed, because I'm not trying to force this on somebody. I'm not trying to jam it down their throat. That would be disrespectful. That wouldn't be being gentle or kind with people. That'll take away a lot of fear. You don't have to worry about forgetting what you say next. You've got it printed. It's right in front of you. And so if you have a sort of a temporary mental lapse or whatever, you just look back at your paper and you just follow along where you last were on the outline. In these lessons, you don't have to worry about, when do I ask these people about their faith? When do I ask this person if they believe in Jesus? When do I ask them if they've ever repented or been baptized into Christ? It's all built right in at the end of the third lesson. It's just like clockwork. I don't need to worry about that. So I want to teach them about what all this means before I ask them these questions. By learning relational evangelism and IAAR, most of your fears are going to be eliminated, or at least greatly diminished. Now, fear, I found out, increases with lack of preparation. And being equipped and trained increases confidence. And the love of Jesus compels us. There's only one person that doesn't want us to be prepared. There's only one person who doesn't really want us to be sharing the gospel with other people and making new disciples, and that's Satan. And we'll talk about that later again. The scriptures say that perfect love casts out fear. So when I understand how perfect God's love is for me, that's going to cast out a lot of personal fear. And then with this equipping, that's going to eliminate even a lot more fear. So fears, you're going to find out, will diminish as you become better prepared and equipped.